Hi everybody, welcome to one more video about talking about Jessica Jones Season 2, Episode 4. So, again, stuff happens. Shit, where did the episode start? I don't know. I feel bad because I like when I've been doing these, like, at least episode recaps, I talk about them in form of plot line as opposed to how it comes chronologically in the episode, and I wanted to not do that because I felt it would be better, but I can't remember it as it comes chronologically. Even though I watch it, like, just now, I am really bad at this. But the main thing is, let's just go with the things I do remember then. Fallout, you can chime in at any time, you know. You don't have to wait for me to finish this and talk to you. So, first thing I remember is the story with Trish had a fake story leaked by Jessica about how she and her boyfriend were on the outs, so that Trish wouldn't be able to come meet with the crazy woman in the last episode. Gets resolved right at the beginning, and because the boyfriend shows up and they kiss in public, say no, we're not breaking up, blah blah blah. They talk a bit more afterwards, after some pillow talk and stuff, where say what they like about each other. Then Trish goes to the bathroom and he takes a call that he does not want her to hear and says something about no, she doesn't know anything about this. It's kept intentionally vague, so it could be cheating, could be IGH, like having him spy on her because...
But he's definitely hiding something.
Yeah. Because you gotta combine that with the thumb drive of stealing information from the previous episode. So that's there. Jerry, we get stuff with the lawyer, Jerry. She's still trying to find out information on the...
How to cure herself.
ALS, yeah, she still sucks, so she doesn't want to go out, like, she doesn't want to suffer for long, so she asks her doctor for some drugs, for, like, experimental drugs that aren't exactly legal and stuff, and at the end of the episode we see her buy a pair of pills from some, like, Romanian website
that are extremely expensive.
Well, I mean, it was in Romanian dollars, we don't know. Yeah. But the point is, it's sketchy as hell, like, foreign drugs that... most likely not tested and stuff, so shit can happen. But she's desperate, doesn't want to become an invalid. Malcolm, I guess the girl wasn't important. At least it doesn't seem like it, because it seems he's just going through women, like on Tinder, just constantly different girl every night, just doing that.
Can't keep track of their names.
Yeah, well, as he said, since he was a recovering addict from season 1, he needs to keep busy, and Jessica just does not give him
anything
much to do.
So.
Yeah, but at the end of the episode, he's like gets really pissed because Chang drops by the office and offers him a job, and
in the sleazy way that he does everything.
Yeah, and he tells Jessica and demands that he be treated like an actual apprentice instead of a little brother, and she says yes, so that relationship will work itself up. Meanwhile, Jessica was working with... Trish tells Jessica about the thing with the producer, and they go back, the director, and they go back, and Jessica threatens him some more, and punches a hole in his car to prove that she's serious.
Oh. The episode began with the anger management.
Right, because at the beginning, when she threw Chang, beat him up in his office, she got prescribed court-ordered anger management therapy, so she was there, and she scared the crap out of everyone in her anger management thing. Yeah. But yeah, she goes back, threatens the director, and he caves and gives all the records of IGH to them. And they find someone else whose bills were paid by IGH, and they track her down. God damn it! Now I feel like I lost. She also mends things with the super. Basically his kid comes to visit her, and is like sitting outside a window and is about to fall, and she jumps and grabs him, saves his life. And the super's like, okay, I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. Like, you're cool. Like, I'll tear up the eviction notice. I'll be good with you. So they're friends now, and then they drink a bit, and then she goes, as she does with everyone she's had drinks with in the series, tries to fuck him, and he's like, no, this is too fast. It's like, this is not normal. It's like, what? Because I'm not normal. It's like, no, having sex with someone you hated 30 minutes ago is not normal. But at least not in as many words, and leave. So it's gonna be awkward, but it seems like they've buried at least most of the hatchet.
I don't know, considering how the episode ended.
Well, he looked worried for her. He didn't look like super scared. Not like it was in the when she found the body of the wizard. But that's getting ahead of herself. So they find the people with the IGH. They find the contacts about whose bills were paid. They find this chick, Inez Green. Sounds like she's homeless, so they go to where she's been arrested for panhandling and whatever. And they find a woman, and she turns out that she wasn't the other person. She wasn't the superpowered person. She was a nurse who worked with the superpowered person, and they asked her a couple questions. While they were doing that, I was right in that at least Trish did take the inhaler that Will had and does use it, and that does seem to, for one thing, it gives her night vision, it seems to be, and it increases her aggressive tendencies and I guess just pumps her up, like super testosterone.
Basically a form of steroids.
Yeah. But they get her, and they ask her about what she knows about her, and while they're bringing her back to Jessica's apartment, turns out Chang had sent someone into her apartment to steal all her files and try to find some dirt on Jessica. As he's leaving, the superpowered woman shows up, throws him into the van, and kills him. Beats the shit out of him. And of course, Jessica and company come back right as the cops are swarming the place. She shows up, the cops yell at her to arrest her. She tells Malcolm to take the woman they found and leave because Trish got super aggressive and is also getting arrested for pushing a cop. And the woman leaves, and the last shot is like her just saying that she's not like the other superpowered lady, even though it's like semi-similar circumstances and personality and things like that, but she's just trying not to be her. And that's how it ends. I like this episode in that it's, I mean, there's a bit of fighting, it's not the fighting. Honestly, the stuff, it's never, Jessica Jones, I didn't like it because of the fighting. That's a thing, but it's just, I feel like Jessica Jones is much darker than any of the other Netflix shows. Like, people said that about Daredevil when it was coming out, that it was like the dark, gritty stuff, and it definitely was compared to the movies, but when I say dark in this, I don't just mean dark with the greatest. I mean in the tone,
the level of gore or anything like that. It's more.
Yeah, it's not even about the gore or anything. Because like you see, we saw like a burnt skull, but like it was burnt completely. There's not much. Even here, like the body of the guy is like it's beaten to hell, and like the van is supposed to be broken, but like all you really see is just like it just looks like he's just covered in blood, it just red. You don't see, like, super deformed. And it's not like it lingers close up. It's just from, like, where Jessica is, you just see a shot of it. So it's not close up or anything. So it's not about the gore. What I mean by dark is just in its tones and themes. Like, the first one, obviously, was about freaking rape, sexual abuse, and, like, battered women, like, stalker syndrome and everything like that. And, again, this one's just always about, all the characters. Malcolm is mainly, like, the highlight in that he's the most optimistic and, like, happy of the bunch now. But, like, Jessica, Jerry, even Trish a little bit, they're just, like, constantly wallowing in a bit of self-loathing and hatred. And it's the whole thing where it's, like, it's the whole thing where it's like you just have an outward aura of like don't deal with me and stuff, and they're pushing people away even though they're trying to help them and stuff like that. Like how Jerry deals with her doctor when she's like, I don't have any really good drugs to help you. There's no cure or anything. It's like, she's like, and she demands the sketchy drugs. She's like, I don't think that'll help you. And she's just like, fuck you and get out of my face. And it's like, all those kind of things. And I like and don't like that kind of stuff. Like, it's good when it's done well, obviously, it's bad when it's done
it's really bad
poorly.
when it's done poorly, because then it just feels extremely forced, as if, in that case, if there's no core, it's just a hateable character.
Yeah, it's like, it's kind of like, not to the same extent as it, but similar to Breaking Bad when he starts getting hateable. It's like, this character is projecting now sense of you don't want to deal with them and stuff, but they're still interesting, and you want to see more of them. Yeah, so obviously this is gonna go into, she's another interrogation scene or arresting, where she's arrested and has to figure out her way out of this. I guess Will really isn't coming. It really seems like Will isn't coming back, and I guess that's okay. But nah, I guess I'm fine with him being gone. Even though it seems like the rest of the story might go away too, unless the inhaler has the same problems as the pills supposedly had, or whatever. Because the pills Will had, it was like, if you take them, you had to take the antidote pill afterwards, or you're gonna like have a heart attack or something. And that was what sent him to the hospital in the first place at the end of the first season.
Yeah, I don't think that sort of thing is gonna happen this time around.
Yeah, but then I guess people just didn't like him as much as I didn't like him in the beginning, and they just shit canned the entire thing. That's why they killed. Maybe that's why they killed Kozlov and everything, just to like get rid of his story, but still give something to Trish, so that she could do something.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, because again, like, we haven't other than his like after effects, like the inhaler and his guns and stuff. There's been no this episode and the last had no mention. Well, the last obviously had him burying the body, but again, that was it.
That was like right at the beginning.
That was the first thing. Yeah, that was the first thing in the episode. But then since then, there's been no mention of like Kozlov or the other scientist shit, or any of his unit or anything like that.
Yeah.
Also, the woman that's super powered. I don't think she's the one that killed Will.
Yeah, because that was a man.
It looked male in the little bit that we saw of him. It looked like a guy, and it could be because she wears a wig, so it could have been just in the wig. But the face looked male from what little I could see of it, so I don't think it's her. But nothing else has really come forward in this series yet. So I don't know.
Maybe she has shape-shifting abilities.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen in this thing. But yeah, right. So next episode is probably gonna be her calling Jerry to get them out of prison, and Jerry just being really pissed, like, why are you doing this? And you should be helping me find dirt on my partner so they don't throw me out of the law firm. Probably. But it is going to be in the interrogation cells. That's definitely going to happen.
Maybe she'll call Foggy.
Foggy? It might be. Actually, yeah, it might be Foggy instead of Jerry. That could be a thing. Because, I mean, she could call Matt. She knows Matt now, so she could call him, but that's not going to happen. So I don't think they're going to go into the whole have the other characters show up in the other people's movies the way the Marvel universe has now with like Civil War and stuff. I don't think we'll be seeing the main guys. Like we saw Foggy already, and I mean Dawson's gonna show up sometime. I'm pretty sure, but I don't think we're gonna have the main characters come in. Like we're not gonna see like an Iron Man scene and Spider-Man or something like that. I don't think we're gonna have Daredevil walk in and help solve the case. I mean, if
actually
they
might That would make sense thematically as well.
That they don't deal with each
No,
other?
no, that Daredevil would show up.
No.
Well, not Daredevil, but Matt.
No. No, I just remembered it wouldn't. Because, remember the end of The Defenders, Daredevil was like buried under the thing and then taken away to some fucking church to heal. So we don't know if he's actually fully healed yet or where he is. So yeah, Daredevil wouldn't be there.
Okay.
But I don't see Danny Rand, or I don't think him or Luke will come in and help either. Foggy though might. Foggy might actually show up and help. But yeah, so next episode's gonna be something something with the police and probably a lawyer. Don't know which one. Well, regardless of whether she gets called, I'm sure there's gonna be Jerry in the episode. Just
you think it might be another police station bottle episode, because they seem to do a lot of those with these shows.
When the last one? When was the bottle episode?
In the Defenders, when they were at the police station.
Yeah, but that was the only one.
Pretty sure there was one in Daredevil as well.
Like specifically a police station bottle episode?
Yeah, wasn't there also one in Punisher?
No, Punisher was never at the police station. I mean, it wasn't even police. Punisher was
Oh, yeah.
It was what? NHS? Homeland Security?
It was Homeland Security.
Yeah, it was Homeland Security. But yeah, no. The only
detained for.
I mean,
reason.
the closest thing was, I guess, there was the Jessica Jones one in the first season when she got thing, but again, that was only half the episode, maybe. It wasn't, and it didn't start in the prison either. So yeah, but next episode's gonna be prisons, police stuff, and that. So we'll check back in after episode 5.
All right, see you then.